Hi, I'm Pagara12, and today I'll walk you through my latest network for verlet integration with balloons. And yeah, it's built on a structure from the last verlet integration tutorial. And actually, I have the file right here. You see this, in which I leave this noise here. If we see now that the rubber bands are banded a lot, but if you connect a force oriented outside the circle noise, and this is done by going with pixelate for average, and so I have the middle, and then I subtract the points. I subtract the middle from the point, so I have that direction. Okay, once I connect this, it looks like the circles are getting some air. Okay, and this is quite important trick to do this. Okay, now how we solve the connections, and how many cases of self-connection do we have, and collisions and stuff like that, overlaps and so on. And I actually build a lot of files just for testing, okay? And during those testings, I found out some very nice topics for some future tutorials, how to compute serious things with textures. And let's see. This is the file. Okay, so let's recap a little bit. We had an area, okay, a screen, and we solved the boundary, okay, with verlet integration, and having 2 points, the old point and current point. Okay, and once the current point goes outside, okay, it needs to be placed on an edge. Okay, and then we compute this vector. Okay, and the difference of this vector on x in this case goes with minus, and so the next old point, old prime, the next one would be here. Okay, so this is the direction. So these points come here and then bounce back. Okay, now we need to do this for whatever shape. Okay, because the balloon that I'm hitting, yeah, it's like it's the same case like here, only we don't have a straight line. So this straight line here or this one are helpful. But what if we have this contour? Okay, and now let's see, I have a point, and actually I have two frames, the old and current, and let's see, the old is here and the current is here. Okay, now I'm inside here, right? Actually, let me take that off, because it's much simple to see what happened, right? So I need this vector, the normal. Actually, here it's easy to compute. We have the normal on horizontal or vertical lines, but this is something we need to compute, and then we put the point here on the edge, and then yeah, we need to mirror this. Oh, sorry, we need to mirror this here. So this is old, the new old. Okay, so yeah, this is the direction to go. Okay, so I'm coming like this, and I go out like that. And yeah, this is good, but we also have a case where we might depends on where the points go. We have a type of overlapping, self-overlapping, and this is this. Okay, how we solve this also, and I found out it's much easier instead of going with one row of sensors, in this case outside sensors. Okay, and sensors are points located on the normals on the surface, okay, at some distance, that small distance there, okay. And in this overlap case, I found out it's much solid if we take also the inside sensors. So I have sensors inside, okay, and how they are placed. So it's a normal to surface, this goes inside. Let's see here, this goes inside. And let's see here. Here we have a case where inside sensor it's reading something else. It's reading black or transparent, or maybe some other balloon. But yeah, it's the first signal that I'm starting to self-overlap. Okay, so in that moment we need to go in the opposite direction. Okay, so those points has to go in an opposite direction on the same normal. Okay, and this will become like this eventually. Okay, and yeah, let's see what we did. So the file is actually the same, and the structure is the same, and here we have something new, maybe the compute. Okay, we'll go there, and we have current folder, old folder, and yeah, here remember we had those sticks folder, and we can actually change how many we want, and the more we have, the better simulation. We can also use blur if we want, and yeah, the thing that it's completely new is this collide. Okay, and we have also one here. And now let's go inside and see what this does. Okay, so I managed to mark the shape with the normals that I need. Okay, remember the normal to the edge, and also with radius, because I have a buffer where I take care on that. And now I analyze if my sensors are hitting something or are overlapping something. Okay, and yeah, this is the collide. It's exactly what I shown you in the drawing. So I want to place the current point on that edge. Okay, and when I do this, when I have some signals that I have something touching or something self-overlapping or so on. Okay, now let me show you the old the colliding in all. This is simpler than current, and we have this base. Okay, and so here we make that pivot. Okay, the old, once I'm hit something, the pivot goes on in the other side and push out the particle. Okay, now you'll as I said, I'm not 100% precise on this, and it will maybe take several weeks till there, but I'm very confident that yeah, you'll have some good results in the end. So let's see the compute, because maybe there is the you see I have 1 and 2 and 1 0 3 here, but it's the same. We have inside sensor and outside sensors. Okay, so you see I'm taking select inside, select outside. Also in the constant chop we have sense out, sense in. This is the length in pixel, how long my sensor is to the edge. Okay, and yeah, from the previous tutorial with sensors on the edge, I realized yeah, it's good to have 1 pixel outside or inside, because other way you will read self circle or something else in a jiggling manner. So yeah, and everything that it's here, those little bits here, we already done it in other tutorials, and maybe this is a piece where, well, they stay together, and there are a lot of them, but yeah, this is the case, and here you see I'm using the same trick with pumping air in the balloons. Okay, and the rest it's the same. So yeah, just once the system is done, yeah, just a little folder, in this case collide in both current and old, and doing the math there. Yeah, it's good enough. Now I would like to show you what I did in buffers. Okay, because here it's something very delicate, and yeah, this is it. So let me show you, because we go with the points, we go in subs. So then we shape those circles actually. Okay, we transfer the points into the circles. Okay, with the same number of points, and then we have several textures. Okay, so this one takes the colors, this one takes the position. You see it stays with the UV colors, and this is the initial color, let's say, where the circle were placed at the beginning, you see. So yeah, there are 2 balloons fighting. Okay, just trying to solve the overlapping. Okay, and this one is the normals, and actually there are the normals on a surface, and how come they stay so nice on a shape was a surprise for me also, because in a first try I tested with some cylinders, and the cylinders had no weight and was 0 in height, right? And then the top circle was reduced to 0, actually a cone with 0 height. Okay, and then when I put a texture above that, was looking nice, but then we have too many points, because we actually take a lot of points from the tip of the, and then I realize I can actually take the points, okay, because I have the points for the contour, and then I said 1 pixel minus the left and 1 pixel minus right, and then we do the perpendicular, and we find out the normals. Okay, and I did this trick because I put the sensors here. Let me show you what problem I got. In the time of moving, okay, so my let's see, I have a balloon here and maybe one here, and I don't know, and they were moving, this one in this direction, that one in that direction, and I don't know, with different speeds. Okay, and if you compute the points and then you build the SOP like here, okay, and this SOP it's moving, then I want to remap the result buffer with the same points, and then I'll have a kind of a delay, okay. So in case of this motion, now it's not this, it's let me switch the color. So very strange delay. Even my sensor was outside on some bigger motion. Because of the delay, they were placed inside, and the reading was awful. Okay, so the solution that I got was okay. I got the points, because here I'm taking the points from the current out. Actually, that is the current position. Okay, and I form the bubbles. Okay, and then I want to put the colors here, okay, and then I use the same data. I use this data in order to make the sensors, okay. So now, yeah, this point repack, okay, sensors here, okay. So perpendiculars, I subtract to left, subtract to right, then I do perpendiculars, I average those perpendiculars, normal the result, and this is what I got, okay. And now I form with this here, I change the colors for my bubbles here, okay. Now by doing this, I solve the delay, okay, and yeah, here are some point repacks has the same, yeah, in the same use as solving shuffle into tops, okay, because otherwise going into chops out of here, you need to shuffle in chops, okay. So yeah, and yeah, what else? Those are for debugging purposes. So I wanted to see where I have points that actually touch or trigger the touching or the, yeah. So yeah, this is it. As I told you, would be super difficult for me to make this from scratch, maybe in 2 hours, but take a look and play with it, and yeah, let me know what you think. And one last thing, if we go very big with the amount, let's say right now with 12 is not much, but what if 64, the moment I change, I have some bubbles inside bubbles, and also some places where they start to fight, okay. And now if I reset now, they don't have place to burn, and so you'll have a lot of fighting for places and overlaps, and some of them disappears, and somehow I find somehow it's like balloons, they just blow up and it's gone. But if you work carefully with them, it goes smooth. So let's see, what if the radius is super small, okay, like this, and you increase it very small, okay. So you'll have some firings, and while you do this, it's good to have maybe blur a little bit bigger, because blur would increase the tension, okay, the stiffer. And if you feel you can put how many you want here, those stick folders. Okay, so let me show you now. Yeah, and the more you got, the more stick folders you got, the more precise the simulation goes. And so yeah, let's try again. So now we increase the radius. There is one missing case where I need to find the best solution. It's when I have two circles, a circle included in another circle. This is yet unsolved, but yeah, it really depends on the starting point, and because you can have quite a lot if you without going further with the computation. Let me go here inside, because sometimes I find a nice seed and I want to keep it. So yeah, this is why I use this constant, just to type in some specific seed that I liked. And yeah, right now there are different seeds, and 5. Okay, now I'm trying to start very, very small and increase and yeah, they have a bigger speed now. You can lower down the speed in the velocity. There's a speed here, okay, in this noise, and maybe 1 divided by 16 it's too big. Maybe 32 or 48 would give a smoother motion, and still you need to burn to give birth the balloons with a very small radius. And then yeah, you can have a slider, or with a fine step, and yeah, this is where I got with this balloon problem, and I found it quite difficult in the beginning, and then this led me to a different case with foam simulation, where two circles overlap, and they form a line in an intersection. And I realize that can be more difficult than this one. So yeah, in the next tutorials I will have some parts of that. And yeah, let me tell you, it's about working with a texture and being able to make a ton of computation. Often you need to rearrange that texture. You need to rearrange that in many ways, and for that we will build a custom tool, because repack as it is now, it's only taking one pixel with one pixel and forming that line. But what if you need to take, I know, a square shape of pixels from a bigger texture, and then chain those custom areas one after each other, and so on. So yeah, that would be the topics that I'm interested in to cover in the next tutorials. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Messi, for your support, and see you in the next one. Bye.